took a break from playing this game for a couple of days. I played another game in the interim. Camera controls in the other game that I was playing are normal, and I actually had a hard time adapting back to the normal controls. It's really weird. Like, you just get used to, if you point the right stick in the right direction, then it kind of directs your character to the right. And if you point it in the left, it directs you in the left. And this game is the opposite. Right now I'm holding it left and it's turning me to the right. It's so weird. But anyways, yeah, we're back after, about a couple days, few days not playing. I was thinking about this game a lot. I try to, like, focus on my life when I'm not working on the channel. But this game is so much fun. Like, I forgot how fun it is in all of the controversy between whether it is or isn't that fun. I forgot how actually fun this game is, and playing it again really reminded me of that. And I mean, it's no wonder to see why it's been remastered 3 times now. But yeah, let's see what Vin wants.
Vin, buddy, we need a favor.
I can't help you with your eco bill.
We need you to switch on the access elevator in one of the palace's support towers.
Sheesh! That's part of the old B-Zone power grid. It hasn't worked for years.
Well, if it's too hard for you, I understand. Power stuff can be tricky.
Tricky? I could route the B-Zone conduit lines through the bypass grid, shunting past the eco rings to connect inductor tubes in series, then back through the outer wall insulator helix and across the resonant flux routers into the number 5 capacitor array. Assuming the circuit's GX75B can handle the surge, I could link the phase loop lines into the primary coils, and presto, you've got instant lift juice.
Vin, you're a genius.
Actually, Mar was the genius. People say he made most of this stuff long ago. The shield wall system, the eco-grid. Anyway, to get that elevator moving, you gotta find and turn on all the old B-Zone power boxes located in the city. There are 5 of them. That doesn't sound so tough. No, except those power boxes are guarded by motion-sensing turbo cannons. But if you can destroy the cannons and switch the boxes on, I can do the rest. Just don't tell the Baron I ever saw you.
Nothing so far.
Alright. So I guess Vin is actually working for the city. He's not like infiltrating the grid by any means. He's just helping us out. I guess he disagrees with whatever the Baron is doing. And now we gotta take out these cannons that he told us about. Here's one. Not too hard. Except our zoomer is wrecked. Playing this game again is getting me really excited to play the next one too. Yeah. This series is just so good. Wait, what? Hang on. Oh, okay. I was like, why isn't it counting down? More importantly, why am I not being chased by the guards? Oh, okay, well, yeah. I guess I shouldn't have said anything. Oh well. So my birthday is tomorrow, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm not that old, but I feel like I don't even know what to do on my birthday anymore. I pretty much just spend it with my family, and that's about it. My friends are all pretty busy. It's hard to invite them out. And yeah, I mean, not gonna do much. Tomorrow, definitely not gonna do much, but on the weekends, we will go out to Top Golf, and that'll be fun. I grew up playing golf, actually. When I played golf when I was little, I played with my dad. He took me to get lessons when I was like, I don't know, 5 years old maybe? Maybe older, maybe younger. But very early on, he took me to go get golfing lessons. And about the time when I was 9 or 10, I was already finishing an 18-hole course pretty smoothly. Usually just a couple of shots above par. And we would play with a rule sometimes where... Oh. Yeah, man. But yeah, we would play with a rule where if one of us hit it further, then we would play from there. And that was a big reason why I stayed under par on some holes, or at par. But in general, it wasn't too bad. And at some point, when I was like 14 or 15, I was actually doing a little bit better than my dad sometimes. Like, we would play just normal, you know, hit it where it lies, hit it from where it lands. And sometimes I would even beat his score. At that point, I was like, I think I'm good enough at golf. Like, maybe I don't have to play this anymore, because I don't know what it is with me, but typically when I'm good enough at something that's normally competitive, I just call it right there and then. I'm like, that's good enough for me. And I mean, yes, nice. It wasn't just golf that I treated that way. It was also competitive sports that I played in college. So I played golf, of course, but I played that just on the side with my dad. I played soccer, also with my dad. I played soccer when I was growing up, too. And I played the, like, youth soccer league when I was growing up. And I was okay. I got distracted very easily because, you know, when you're a kid playing soccer, it's kind of hard to stay focused unless you're super into it. And I just wasn't. I had a lot more fun playing soccer when it was just like on the field, at school, or when it was even just like at the park with friends. Or even sometimes I would just go play soccer with my dad and his friends. And that was good enough. I didn't need the competitive aspect of it.
I've told you I will have more eco by week's end. We'll transport it directly to your nest, as promised.
A deal is of no value if you can't deliver, my dear Baron. I grow impatient with your puny gestures. Give me the agreed-upon eco soon, or the deal is off, and your precious city will pay the price.
He's toying with us! Let me lead an assault on the nest before it's too late! I can take him!
Patience, Commander. No one has ever penetrated the metalhead nest, you know that. I've seen what comes of such foolish plans. No, strength is their weakness. We play helpless. We train them to eat from our hands. And then... Move forward with the plan! Tell Ashlyn to up her patrols. I want that tomb found.
But your daughter has not been agreeable.
I'll see to that problem, one way or another.
Ashlyn is the Baron's daughter?
And find that child! If you'd spent half as much time looking for the little brat as you spent flirting with that mechanic girl, we would have pinned his royal ass to a wall long ago.
As you wish. With enough persuasion, I'm sure our spy... What was that?
His ears are too big. They were definitely... Oh man, well, I'm gonna have to crop that out. But yeah, his ears are too big. They were poking out over the side. Well, anyways. So yeah, I played soccer. Not competitively. I didn't enjoy the competitive aspect of it. I just liked playing for fun. And I played water polo in high school. That one I played competitively first over the summer and then in the league. And it was a lot of fun.
So, we have a rat in the walls, do we? A rat and his boy, it seems. Back for a few more dark eco treatments? Will allow me to put you both out of your misery!
Oh, I see. Okay, so he's got a shield, and I guess he has to break through his own shield to shoot at me. And then we can take care of him. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, I can still hit him through the shield, I guess. Just not a whole lot. Yeah, there we go. The sound effects are so satisfying. But yeah, anyways, I played water polo competitively in high school. First for the summer league, and then after that I played 1 or 2 years in the high school league. And it was fun. I made a lot of good friends. I overcame a lot of my insecurities while playing it. And yeah, I mean, it was just a very character building experience. Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh, man. There's no health, is there? Oh, okay, good. We got one more hit in this. I just kind of like a lunge. Oh, no. Alright, let's see if this will take care of it.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
So long,
Nice.
The dark powers I gave you can't protect you forever! Since I made you, I can destroy you. We'll meet again soon!
Yeah, whatever. Bye-bye.
Later, bro. But yeah, water polo was a lot of fun. The reason that one was a little bit better to play competitively, it's just because it's really hard to play water polo if you don't have a team to play with. And, yeah, I mean, whoa, we already have 50? That's a lot. But yeah, water polo, you know, you need basically an Olympic class pool to play it in. And that's hard enough to find already. Besides that, you need 2 teams, about 6 people each. You need the ball. You need nets. You could just set up like a makeshift net, but then it's going to be really hard to retrieve the ball every time. And yeah, it's just a lot of stuff that you need to play water polo. So that one, without some kind of like competitive aspect to it, it's kind of hard to play. And I mean, even the even the not league related matches that we played, like for practice, even those got competitive. Like, I remember there was one time when we had a scrimmage versus the girls team. So it was the guys team versus the girls team. And I have never been kicked so hard in the kidney. Like, I saw stars for a moment. And that was one of my friends that did that, you know? Like, that was a no-stakes game. And for the record, no, I didn't do anything to that friend to earn that. If I did, I would have been totally transparent about it. But, yeah. It was just fun to be rough, I guess. Like, the whole sport is just football in the water. And it's as close to contact as you can get in a pool sport. It was crazy. Alright, let's see what Torn wants.
The city's on high alert. What the hell'd you two do?
Us? Nothing. We've been, sightseeing. Right, Jack?
Really? Then why are the Crimson Guard looking for a dangerous young man with light hair, blue tunic, and a rabbit orange rat on his shoulder?
Could be anyone. Orange is the new black this season.
Yo, what?
Look, we climbed up to the Baron's palace, and we tripped a few alarms.
Oh, right, that's who.
What? I didn't authorize a strike on the...
Hey, we kicked the Baron's ass. Unfortunately, he escaped.
And we overheard a secret meeting with the leader of the Metalheads.
You saw the metalhead leader?
No, he was on some communicator, but we heard him talking with Baron Praxis.
The Baron is bribing the Metalheads with eco.
It will never be enough.
But the Baron's gonna double-cross him.
Is that so? Well, our good Baron's wonderful charm must have angered someone, because there's word from the wasteland that metalhead armies are on the move again.
Why didn't you tell me Ashlyn was Praxis's daughter? What's your connection with her?
That's none of your business. Since you've stirred up the Wumpy's nest, you and Whiskers here get to move 4 of our people to new safe houses. Shuttle each agent to a location they specify. Move all of them without any casualties. Don't screw this up, Jack.
What is that map of? That doesn't look like Haven City. I mean, that does. But this? It looks like a real place. Like, maybe it's the studio where this game came from. But yeah, water polo, great sport. I enjoy it a lot. It's also a lot of fun to watch, now knowing what it is. Yeah, we're out of here, man. But yeah, knowing what water polo is, now after having played it for so long, a little over 2 years. Oh, are we playing Crazy Taxi right now?
See you at the next meeting.
Okay. I do love me some Crazy Taxi. But yeah, when I see Olympic water polo now, or anything like that, I have infinitely more appreciation for the players. Like, it's nothing that you would really think about if you didn't play it, I think, but you'll notice that the quarters are only, I can't remember if it's 7 or 8 minutes for Olympic class water polo. And I mean, it doesn't seem like very long, right? I mean, the whole match is essentially 32 minutes in the water. And it's like, yeah, I mean, 32 minutes in the water, wow, what a big deal. But, I mean, they're not touching the bottom. They are totally against the water the whole time that they're in it. the whole time that you're in the water, you have to be treading it. And on top of that, a lot of people don't know, but there's a lot of stuff happening under the water as well. When you're on your mark with the member from the other team, they are trying with all their might to accidentally, quote-unquote, pull you into the water. So they're like kicking your legs, and if their arms aren't above the water, both of them, then there's something else going on. They're like either pushing you away or pulling you down or knocking against your knees to make you off balance. There's a lot of stuff happening that you can't see on, definitely not on camera, but also it's difficult for the refs to see in the water because the, you know, distortion effect of light on the water and what have you. So yeah, I mean, I'm not calling for like action to appreciate water polo more or anything, but if you ever wonder why the matches are so short, it seems, that's why. There's so much happening beneath the surface that just wears people out, and it's an incredibly physically demanding sport. I got so toned while I was doing water polo. I remember I was one of 2 people on the team with like an actual six-pack, and we both of us earned names for that. It was kind of an honor of a sort.
Okay, thanks. Good luck.
Was that Tony's voice? I think that was Torn.
The operation was a success. All underground members are safe. Come back to the hideout. I have a new mission for you while we wait for this alert to blow over.
Alright, sure, man. Not the toughest mission. I remember the hardest part of that was when I was little, I thought that you had to stay in the same hover the whole time. And then I wouldn't switch like I did before the damage piled up. So I would basically get blown up with the guy that we were trying to escort in the hover, which would lead to an immediate mission failure. Yep. Maybe the biggest difficulty of this game when I played it as a kid was just not knowing how to make it work. This game is definitely a lot easier now, but that doesn't make it less fun.
Scouts report movement in Deadtown. Creatures moving toward the sacred site, just as before.
What happened, before?
Metalheads broke through the old city wall. We fought them, but then the Baron pulled back, leaving everyone outside the new barrier to die. Only the Shadow stayed and somehow stopped the attack.
And now you expect us to go out there again?
You catch on fast. If you prevent the Metalheads from reaching the sacred site, the Shadow will be most grateful. He might even ask to see you. Hey, I'm probably wasting this, but here's a Vulcan barrel for that pea shooter of yours. Believe me, you're gonna need it.
Kind of ironic, him calling it a pea shooter, but the upgrade he just gave us, as you can see, we got red eco, yellow eco, now we got blue eco. And I mean, it becomes like a machine gun, but these shots are super weak. So it's basically a rapid fire pea shooter now. Thanks, I guess. Oh no, I'm running it down. Sorry, bro.
Patrolling Sector 9.
But yeah, in the end, like, playing this game again, it's definitely not that difficult. Whoa, wait, did it remember? That's crazy. It remembered this from the last mission before the last scene and like 2 hover changes ago. This was the hover that we started that last mission with. How did it remember that I left it there? That's crazy. For a PlayStation 2 game, really, there's a lot going on. Nice. I wonder if anybody really wonders, but I'm sure somebody's thinking it. Like, what's the deal with PlayStation 2, you know? When I was growing up, there were 3 major consoles. So the PlayStation 1 had just been phased out and replaced by the PlayStation 2. Microsoft released its Xbox around the time that the PlayStation 2 was out. So PlayStation 2 was... Oh, I forgot I didn't have any health left. Alright, anyways. Xbox was out around the same time that the PlayStation 2 was. And GameCube also came out, I think, just before the PlayStation 2. Maybe the same time as. I'll put the stats right here. But basically, I'm sure somebody's wondering. Oh man, this guy like reacts every time I hit him. I'm sure somebody's wondering, why didn't you have any of the other consoles? Why the obsession with just the PlayStation 2, perhaps? And I mean, PlayStation 2 was the console that my dad got. And there's a whole story behind that. Basically, my dad was working a lot of overtime, and he got the PlayStation 2 as something of a overtime bonus. It really upset my mom, and she even said it herself not that long ago, that when we got the PlayStation 2, that was when she lost me. Oh, whoa. Okay. I hope there was a checkpoint. No, there was not. Okay. But anyways, PlayStation 2 was the console we got, and it's the only console that we had. I had a Game Boy, but that's a little bit different. Game Boy was more of just like a thing to do on long drives. I didn't really think of it as like a gaming console like this was. This was something that I would sit in front of and play for hours. And I mean hours. It's a miracle that I don't have to wear glasses. But yeah, PlayStation 2 was the console for me. It's just the one that, by some twist of fate, it ended up being the console that my dad got, and it ended up being the console that I played. I went to a daycare where they had a Nintendo 64 and a GameCube, and the daycare owner's son had a PlayStation 2. And so sometimes I would bring one of my games or a couple of my games, and we would play the PlayStation 2 in his room. But, my Nintendo nostalgia came from the daycare. The other daycare in our same neighborhood had an Xbox. And that was basically my only connection with Xbox ever. I played a James Bond game on that, and that was about all that I played on that. And when I played it, I was like, wow, this is basically just PlayStation 2 graphics. And then I found out that that same 007 game that I played on the Xbox was also on the PlayStation 2. So I was just like, okay, might as well just get it on PlayStation 2. I didn't learn about Halo until much later, when I went to my childhood friend's house and her dad had PlayStation 2 and an Xbox. No, sorry, they had a PlayStation 1 and an Xbox. And yeah, that was how I learned about... Oh, man. Very dramatic. You know what, I'll just skip ahead to when I'm back at that point. Alright, we're back here. So yeah, in the end, not a lot of nostalgia for Xbox. My nostalgia for Xbox only started when I went to my childhood friend's house, and she was like, oh, my dad has Xbox, and I was like, okay. And we played Halo for a little while. Yeah, no, my nostalgia for Halo didn't start until much later, actually, when I started watching Red vs. Blue on YouTube. And then I played Halo Reach with one of my friends, and it was amazing. And then we got an Xbox 360 at my house, and that was one of the games that came with it for free, I believe. And yeah, then it just kept going from there.
Is that? No, it couldn't be. That's not...
It's Samos's hut.
But what? How? When? Where? Why?
We're in the future, Dax. This horrible place is our world.
Excellent voice acting, Jack. Thank you. Where do I go now?
Let's go back to the city.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Daxter. Well timed. But yeah, it all started with PlayStation 2. And arguably, PlayStation 2 is one of the most highly revered consoles of all time. I mean, it was the top selling of all time. Oh no, I'm out of ammo, man. What do they want me to do here? This
Go back to the
is...
city.
Okay, well, at least this has stagger damage. But yeah, PlayStation 2 is definitely one of the most highly revered consoles of all time. It's got one of the biggest libraries out of any console. It was around for about, what, 6 years or something before the PlayStation 3. And in that time, it just built this absolutely massive library. On top of that, so many experimental classics came out of it. Ratchet and Clank, these games, Okami, you know. The list goes on. Shadow of the Colossus was like one of the first giant boss fight open world games that ever came out, and I would love to play that one on the channel too. There is a far superior version of it that came out of the remake.
Finally, now we get to see the Shadow. What do you gotta do around this place to get noticed?
Honestly. We're gonna go to the Tiki with a bandana first. But yeah, I'm really glad that PlayStation 2 was my first console because it gave me access to all of these just absolute banger classics that otherwise I probably wouldn't have had. And I mean, Xbox at the time had Xbox Live, which is, I'm sure, nostalgic for many others. It just wasn't my vibe.
The metalheads have always
always feared you, Angry One. Even now, the Metalhead leader realizes you can destroy him and save the last chance for our race. You now have control of another dark power.
Alright. Another dark power for the books. Another 200 required for the next thing. Oh my god. I wonder what it's gonna be. I actually forgot. Okay, we're gonna head on over to Torn and then we'll call it an episode. We did quite a lot in this episode. We earned the right to see the Shadow. We defeated the Baron in his little whirly-bird scooter thing. I don't even know what to call it. Had a lot of weapons on it and a shield, you know, whatever. And that was about it. Oh yeah, we activated the elevator. So out of order. I might just cut this up so that they're in the right order. But yeah. Eventful episode. Getting a lot done. And here we are. We'll pick up from here in the next episode. And I'll see you guys then. Have a great day, great night, great evening, great morning, whatever point of the day you're at. And we'll see you next time on the next episode of Jak and Daxter, of Jak 2. Okay. Have a good one. Bye.